future.
Hi everyone and welcome back to the Ripple Effect under Beat&Brush. I'm your host Raina Kapoor.
And I'm Ishimrani. We're so excited to bring to you another conversation with someone whose work, leadership, and ideas create ripples far beyond their industry.
Today, we're honored to have with us a distinguished leader from Banaras Beads, Miss Shivani Gupta, one of India's most iconic handicraft and bead manufacturing companies, exporting to over 80 countries and supplying major global retailers. Banaras Beads has been a bridge between traditional craftsmanship and global markets for decades.
And through this conversation, we're going to explore leadership, culture, social responsibility, and the future of craft based industries.
So let's dive right in. Banaras Beads employs artisans, factory workers, designers, and managers across so many levels. In your view, how can companies like Banaras Beads support women at every stage of the organization, from the grassroots to leadership roles?
Sure. So, first of all, I must tell you that we have a workforce of 800 people in the factory who are working for us. And out of 800 people, 600 are women workers. So this is something I'm really proud of. You can call us a women-centric, factory, because 600 employees, it's like quite a lot of females in the factory, and they are at all the levels, like managerial level, packing department. They are on the machines, they are designing, they are packaging, so they are at every level of the organization. So, being in the fashion industry, we have to regularly upskill ourselves. So, we do a lot of skill development programs for them, because they work on the machines, they work with the tools, and there are modern tools every now and then. So, we import these things and we call the trainer in house, and the trainer comes and takes the workshop for their skill development. And also, we have flexible working hours for our women employees, because we have two shifts running in the factory, like daytime and nighttime. So obviously, women has been given a preference to choose the daytime. Also, we have made a crush for their children. So any lady whose kid is under 5 year and she wishes to get the kid to the workplace, so we have a glass house with full of toys and swings. So yeah, so they can get their children and they can see from the glass house what they are doing. Also, we have policies like paternity leave, and uh, you know we kind of support their daughter's education also. So there is a policy where we give them interest-free loan to support their daughter's education, especially for daughters. So this is how we help them. Also, we try to have a very safe and ethical working environment for them. The wages and salaries are equal for men and women. Things like that. This all these things really empower women to work here. And I must tell you that all these ladies are like working with us from last 30, 40 years. So whosoever comes here never wants to leave us. So
I'm sure Banaras Beads is like giving a full feminist message.
I am a feminist.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure.
And that's powerful.
Uh,
Real inclusion shows up in the details, access, mentorship, and the actual decision making opportunities.
Yeah. And moving on to
yeah.
segment two. Leadership is shaped by the people we observe and learn from, especially early on. Who has been the biggest influence in shaping your leadership style and why?
See, my leadership is not inspired by any one person, I will say. I think it is a blend of your life lessons, your
Yeah.
relationships, your experiences. And I truly believe that leadership starts from your childhood. And I am truly fortunate to be being brought up around certain people who are leaders in their own way. My parents really taught me, humility and the importance of being grounded all the time. And then my husband, who is so visionary, he uh, he is a visionary man. He sees things 20 years down the line, which even I cannot even think of. My father-in-law, he is one person I've learned a very nice thing from him. Out of 800 employees, I think he knows each and every one's name. He knows each and everyone personally, who has how many kids, who is doing what. This is something really, incredible at his age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing each employee personally, it is incredible. That's what I have learned from him. He builds a personal connection with each and every employee and lead, by example. And my husband is so hardworking, disciplined. He has taught me a lot of things, being disciplined, how to follow rules, regulations. And sometimes I get a little, softer side. I don't want to uh,
It's a female thing.
if yeah, so he has taught me, how to be really disciplined and follow everything and follow by example. And I think my leadership quality is also influenced by my daughter, who is,
Yeah.
I think, of the similar age as you
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
And she's bold, fierce, and authentic.
Yeah, I've
Like
been
she
with her.
has really, yes, she has really taught me some lessons. She's a hard kid to deal with, and she has taught me actual lessons.
Yeah,
And no, but I have learned from her that how to put yourself first in every situation of your life.
yeah,
So we girls are, naturally conditioned in a way that we have to give to everyone and you keep yourself at the last.
yeah.
But that girl has taught me that
Broken those
no,
stereotypes.
yes, you have to be at the first priority and then you do certain other things. And she's courageous. So I have a lot of people to, learn from, and my leadership inspires from, I think, everyone. And one thing which I truly believe is that your success is determined not by the number of followers, number of likes, or maybe your turnover. It is always determined by the number of lives you have changed.
Yeah.
So
And I'm sure you're
for
changing
me,
so many.
yeah, so when I see a lot of women connected with us, they are of such a background you can't even think of. They
Yeah.
can't even speak proper Hindi. They are uneducated. So I feel nice that these ladies are, financially independent.
Yeah.
So they are earning their livelihood. So it is so nice to see them.
Yeah, and you're playing such
Yeah.
a huge role in helping them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is all planned by the God. God has his own plans, and we are they are getting their livelihood through us.
Yeah.
So it is good to know that.
Yeah, I love that. Influence isn't always loud. Sometimes the quiet examples teach the strongest lessons. So, moving on to segment 3. Banaras Beads serves customers across more than 80 countries. Global culture is constantly shifting. Aesthetics, materials, sustainability. How do you think these trends should influence product development at Banaras Beads?
Yeah, so when you serve more than 80 countries across the globe, so product development, cannot be one size fit all. So it depends on the region you are delivering to. Every region has its own color pattern, design language, their motives, their preferences. For example, like Middle East, if you go to Middle East, they like very rich and luxurious beads and jewelry.
Yeah.
If you go towards Europe, some part of Europe, they are still living in that ancient 2000-year-old history.
Mhm.
So they want Venetian beads, lamp work beads, handmade, exclusive things. Some part of Europe is like very minimalistic, and they like very minimal jewelry and very
So
stylish
that's
things. Yeah.
yeah.
So if you go to US, America is always bold,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and statement pieces, and they always run by the seasons. Americans are always run by the seasons, like Halloween, we
This
have Easter,
very themed.
yeah, Valentine's, Christmas, and then they have 4th of July, their Independence Day. So the jewelry trend goes by the season. So we have
Yeah.
to, develop our product according to that. And then if you go to Africa and South America, they are governed by their motifs and, vibrant colors. And so they like heavy, chunky jewelry, huge necklaces. So every region has a particular taste, color combinations, motives. So we have to, produce our jewelry according to them. And even our workers, they know ये अमेरिका में नहीं चलेगा ये यहाँ नहीं चलेगा. So they have that idea that what thing works where.
Yeah.
So our design team, our product development team really go through a lot of study behind it, and we are working 1 year in advance, following the global fashion trends. Suppose we follow the Pantone color of the season. So the Pantone color of the season for 2026 is already out, which is teal.
Oh.
So we have started producing our jewelry and beads more on the teal shade. And we also follow social media patterns and runway trends. These things influence us in our designing and product development. So yeah, so one product doesn't fit all. We have to really put our brains, work region by region to produce our product.
Exactly, and I
Yeah.
think Banaras Beads honors tradition while understanding global sensibilities, which makes all your products truly timeless. Now, I will move on to segment 4, which is balancing business and social responsibility. Your company works closely with artisans and craft workers whose skills carry generations of heritage. How do you balance business goals with social responsibility in such a people centric industry?
Yeah, so as you said that we are into a people-centric industry, so they are the core strength of us. Our 80 years of existence and growth totally depends on the our workers who are working day and night for us. So obviously we have to, all our corporate social responsibility is inclined towards them. One very interesting thing I will tell you both. Uh, as I told that there are 600 female employees working for us. They come from the villages around Banaras, the outskirts of
Oh.
Banaras. So there are many more women who wants to come out of house and work for us. But their family issues, maybe they are not allowed to go out, and they want to work because their neighbor is going to a factory and
Yeah.
earning livelihood. So many people sent us message that you should do something for them also. So we find out a solution. So we have started doing, we make a packet where we put beads, stringing material, all the tools, and we put the printout of the design we want. We distribute these packets on Saturday to each and every household to the nearby villages. We give them 1 week time, and after a week our van goes to those villages, bring back those strung material. So, so by doing this, they are also earning their livelihood sitting at home.
Yeah.
So this is like work from home for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only prerequisite thing which we want is that they should have their own legal bank account. This is what, this is only the prerequisite which we want. So any lady who has a legal bank account on her own name, because we generally they ask us to transfer the job work salary to their husband's account, but we don't do that. It has to be your own account,
Yeah.
and then you are good to go. You can string malas in your own homes. String, they create such beautiful jewelry. We give them the design and everything, and they do it for us. So they haven't seen our factory ever. They don't know what magic they are creating, and their magic is being sold in US, UK,
And
where not.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, so they have no idea where these jewelry is going and who is wearing it. And they haven't even seen our factory. So it's wonderful thing which we are doing for the women who is still sitting at home, managing kids, doing household chores and not coming out of the house. And I think empowering women actually creates a ripple effect. If one is doing, the other one also wants to do, the third one also wants to do, some of them doesn't want to tell their husband
Each
that they are
inspires
working
the
and
other.
earning.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So it actually creates a ripple effect, and around 5,000 female who are not coming to the factory, they are working from home and making jewelry for us. So 5,000 females are earning through us. So this is something, this idea just clicked and it worked for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is yeah, so I think, and then we also do, development programs for them also. Then we keep on having the cancer awareness drive, health checkups inside our factory. Obviously, it is not for them; it is for those who are working inside the factory. So, because some of the ladies who are laborers, they have no idea about the menstrual hygiene, and they are not aware about the routine checkups, the cancer checkups. So we keep on doing that for the employees who are working inside the factory for us. So I think this is another kind of corporate social responsibility which we do. And our corporate social responsibility is like interconnected with the business goals, because as you said that we are people centric, so this is not an additional cost for us. You can call it a strategic
Yeah.
investment.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think if somebody had to learn social responsibility, they should just go to Banaras Beads.
Yeah. And
These are the policies made by my father-in-law, and experience of a 80-year-old man.
Yeah.
It is something really to be worth having.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
So, looking ahead to the next 5 years, where do you envision yourself contributing the most value within Banaras Beads?
Okay, so this is my favorite topic. So, I over the next 5 years, I want my full contribution to our online unit, which is called D Lemon.
Oh,
So, Banaras Bead, as you know, is 100% export unit. So,
yeah.
whatever we produce is exported 100%, nothing inside India. So, during the COVID times, when the online business actually picked up,
Yeah.
that gave me the idea that why not, our product is so popular outside, why not we sell to our own country? But of course, having physical stores, and it is an additional cost. It is quite a hefty cost. So I just thought that, why can't we do online? And then I started dlemon.com. So that is my baby child. Started 3 years ago, and it is doing fairly well. So my whole, I see D Lemon. I want to replicate the success of Banaras Beads in D Lemon, if
Yeah.
you say the heritage, the trust, and the quality which Banaras Bead does today, and it is a known brand globally. I want the same to replicate in India with with the help of D-Lemon.
Yeah.
So my whole contribution will go towards D-Lemon. Also, we have been getting a very good response because it's been already 3 years and I'm getting a good response. So this gives me even more,
Pledge.
encouragement to do even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and online is a fantastic thing to do, you reach wider audience and you have a story to tell. I have a Instagram page where I keep sharing the work we do and I tell the stories about each and every bead which no one knows. So after my Instagram page, people have started to know about the kind of beads and the work we do. So you can do your storytelling, you can have a social media profile, and you can do various things. You know what customer wants. You get the real time data of the consumer behavior, what product they are liking. They can compare the products, they can compare the prices, and then do the shopping. So I think online is something, which has really picked up, and I want to concentrate completely on that. Banaras bead is known now, but I want D Lemon also to come up at the same level.
And I hope for the same. I'm gonna go follow that Instagram page right after this.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
Yes, please, and do share with your
So,
friends also because
of
it
course.
has some really nice jewelry
100%.
for the young
We'll
ladies.
definitely do it.
yeah, I'm sure many of us want to know the stories, and your kind
Yeah.
of clarity is what transform both team and outcomes.
So, moving on to
Thank
segment
you.
6. With exports to 80 plus countries and long standing relationships with major US retails, competition is intense. What do you think is the single best strategic priority Banaras Beads should focus on to remain globally competitive?
Okay, so the only strategic, priority for us right now is to compete with China. China is a big
Yeah.
giant, yeah, big giant, and the only sole player among us who is dominant in the market.
Right.
So, we have to always compete with China. We
With
have to,
competition
constantly, yes, we have to constantly keep working to, produce better designs. We cannot compromise with the quality because buyers across the world, they compare our quality with Chinese quality.
also.
Of
Right.
course, Indians have a better quality and Chinese have a little yeah, you all know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we have a USP on that, and they are very price competitive.
Yeah.
So we are also price competitive, but then they have that efficiency to work. If they get an order, they complete the order, ship it, and do everything in 60 days. We Indians still take 90 days to ship the order.
Oh.
Why? Because the infrastructure of the country is so bad. If we are sitting in Banaras, if we want to ship something to US, 3 days it will take from Banaras to reach to Mumbai port.
Oh.
Then Mumbai port, 5 days of paperwork. Then after 5 days, then 5 days of scrutiny of the product. Then after 5 days, the product will ship. It will take 60 days to reach to the venue.
Oh.
So Chinese are very good in infrastructure.
Yeah. They're
They
so
will take
technological.
1 day, yeah, from the
Very
factory to the
advanced.
port, 1 day, from port to documentation, everything 1 day, and 30 days they have reached US. So this is what they are, very good at. They are efficient. That we have to
Yeah.
agree. Our Indian labor, Indian market, Indian businessmen are not that
Oh.
efficient. And, yeah, and infrastructure plays a very big important role in that. So they are ahead of us in efficiency, but of course we are ahead in terms of quality,
Yeah.
the world-class packaging which we do, and the price what we can offer, it is something, which we are ahead of.
Yeah.
So, but we are completely on our toes to compete with China, because China, they are so much research based. Any day they'll come out with something new, and just boom the market. So China, competing with China uh, on quality, price, and packaging is the only strategy which we focus on.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're spot on. I think Banaras beads will always stay relevant globally because it keeps evolving intentionally. Now, I would like to talk about the fact that Banaras Beads manufactures both handmade and machine made products. How do you personally think about balancing the preservation of artisanal skills with the need for modern scalability and efficiency?
Yeah, so I'll tell you, we are basically, what I say, uh, we are totally dependent on our workers for everything inside the factory.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the cottage industry model, which you say. Everything is by hand. In cottage industry, everything is by hand.
Mm.
So even if we make the bead from the machine, so there are a lot of elements involved in a bead to be complete, to be in a finished process. So if the machine made the bead, it comes out, we have to polish it, we have to cut the corners, we have to dye it, we have to do the assembly, then you have to string
Yeah.
it, and then it becomes our finished product. So there is, if machine is involved, then more than machine, there is a lot of job work done by the workers also.
Yeah.
So none of our product is completely machine based. So it is a very small work which is done by the machine, and rest of the work, it's done by the workers. Without them, this work cannot be done. A bead is not complete in itself by a machine. It has to undergo go 4 5 processes, which is done, by hand. Each and every bead is sorted by hand. Each and every bead is sorted by hand and picked up and put it in a bag, strung. So it is like impossible for us to work completely on machine and not touch the workers at all. So all those workers who are making beads for us, they know all kind of job. They can work on the machines as well as, they can do the other part of the process also. Plus, there are, two kind of markets we have.
Mm.
The European kind of market, which prefers unique beads, Venetian beads, gold foil beads, they are all handmade. And each bead is made, with a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time to make one single bead.
Yeah.
And they pay the price also. They pay us good price for sourcing that bead.
Mm.
On the other hand, US is a big giant, their turnaround is a lot more,
Mm.
their volumes are a lot more. So they prefer machine based bead, which they can sell faster at a lower cost because they want volumes at lower cost. So we give them machine based bead. So we have running orders for both kind of market, machine based also and man made also. But in both the process, man-made is there. There is a touch by a craftsman. So it is not at all possible for us to completely ditch the artisans and have the machines on board. So our craftsmen are definitely here working with us from last 80 years, and it's a proud moment that there are many craftsmen who just know how to make bead. They don't know anything else. They
Yeah.
can't do anything else.
Mm. They
So we
specialize.
are getting, yes, they specialize in that, and their generations are also doing the same thing. So if we don't source them orders, what will they do?
Yeah.
Because they don't know what else to do. So we are definitely preserving their craftsmanship by sourcing orders from across the globe, and they are earning from it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Banaras Beads is honoring the hands that build the legacy while embracing tools that build the future.
Now, Shivani ma'am, thank you so much for sharing your visions, insights, and experiences with us today. It's been so inspiring to understand how heritage, innovation, and responsibility all weave together in Banaras Beats journey.
And to everyone listening, we hope that today's conversation sparks new thoughts about leadership, craftsmanship, and the power of thoughtful growth.
Thank you for tuning in to the episode of The Ripple Effect under Beat and Brush. We'll be back soon with more voices who inspire, challenge, and create ripples of change.
Sunshine.